Hello and welcome back. So we're going to do number 7. Video number 7 is going to cover Arizona Statutes 33-1361. And that is the teeth that grabbed that 5-day notice. Because you're thinking, my landlord is not fixing the things he's supposed to fix of health and safety. The toilets are overflowing all over the place, or, the air conditioning just is not working again. They come in and knock it, he comes in and pounds it and it's out the next day. So you're ready to leave. You want to leave. And you're scared because he's going to take you to court for breaking your lease by leaving. The 5-day notice, when you get the 5-day notice, which the link is going to be provided here, you're going to fill it out and you're going to state in there the problem and what you want done to fix it. And the 5-day notice says that he has 5 days to do this. Okay? Now, if you were to read the statutes, which I hope you go over and read the statutes, read them, it's kind of confusing because it says that no less than that 1361 is what gives you the right to move out because the lease has been broken by the landlord, but it gives you the right to break your lease legally. Okay? So some people can't afford to leave. And so on that 5-day notice, they need to say that they're going to pursue legal avenues, and that would be small claims court. So that, because if you can't afford to leave, you can't afford to leave. But if you really want out of this lease because of the way he's not fixing things, then you have to say it's confusing because you think, man, I'm going to serve him this 5-day notice. I can't be out in 5 days. I can't pack everything and be out. My kids got to go do this and that. That's not it. You get to choose when you leave. You're telling him on that 5-day notice, you have 5 days to fix this. If you don't, then I'm going to move. And I'm going to move legally with the state behind me, protecting me. You have the power here over that landlord right now. There's nothing he can do. Now, I'll tell you about what happened to me because my landlord thought, well, I'm going to sue for eviction before she leaves. And he did. So with that, what you have to do is you have to state, if it's not fixed within these 5 days, I plan on moving out, vacating the home at blah, 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 all the details on this date. So if you've paid for your month of rent, you can say the end of the month. And that's what I did. It was 16 days from the date that the 5 days was over. I had 16 days after that to move. That was appropriate time. Nothing he could do. I already paid my rent for that time. So, does that make you feel any better? A little more secure in handing over that 5-day notice? It should. Because with me, I didn't know all the, I just dived into it. I was scared to death. So as I'm moving, I'm getting eviction papers. Okay? I paid my rent. So to make a long story short, this is the landlord that had the other tenant was just tormenting me. It was just ridiculous. I mean, ridiculous. Calling the police saying I did the stuff that I didn't. It got to the point where the police didn't even try to talk to me. They just came to the door and took the report and left. Because they'd wake me up and say, you weren't doing this to him, were you? Oh, I was sleeping, It was really bad. So because of that torment, that the landlord did not stop, because he wasn't helping to protect my my peaceful enjoyment of the place that I was paying for. That was just one of the problems. So I showed that to the judge, and I also showed the breach of material violation, and that he got a 5-day notice, and he was given proper notice that I would be leaving, and she took me off of the lease. She left the other 2 roommates on the eviction. They had the eviction judgment against them, and I got the amended where I was taken off, and she said goodbye. Have a nice day. So The law can be behind you if you do it right, if you do the process right. And that 5-day notice, you have to serve. You can either serve with a process server. You don't want to serve certified mail. You can hand it to them, but make sure you videotape it, okay? If you can't afford a process server. But I did mine this last one. I couldn't afford anything because she was tying me up with, missed work and horrible amount of service appointments. And so I did it by email. And that's legal too. You want to try to get the form. I didn't even use the form. I just said, this is your 5-day notice to rectify. And then I went over everything. So that's just as legal. So I hope that helps with the 5-day notice that I talked to, the 5-day notices that I was talking about on video 6. I didn't give you all of the information, and I should have. I forgot that you have to give the date that you're going to move, and it doesn't have to be the date of the 5-day notice is over. Anytime in the month that you paid for it. Okay? And so now on video 8, we're going to delve into repair and deduct. So even if it's a matter of health and safety or it's a general, you have the right to fix it and deduct it from the rent. But there are some legal processes that you have. I mean, there's a way you have to do it. If you don't do it right, you can get evicted. Okay? So we'll be back.